Alright, so our engineering project is rainwater collection and irrigation, dispersing that water over the plants that the geologists and the biologists will have set up. So our proposal is a gutter system along, this is the brick wall outside, you've got the door over here somewhere, you've got a gutter system that we'll put up with some downspout, and again, everything in here is not made to scale, and it's subject to change, as all of our projects are. So we've got maybe, so let's say 3 rain barrels, or they can be different kinds of barrels, 20, 40 gallons each, roughly, that will be sealed at the top. So you've got the downspout from the gutter collecting rainwater in some of these tubs. Once these fill up, they'll disperse water through material holes, maybe PVC pipe or even a hose that will secure from barrel to barrel to transfer the water over, so they'll eventually all fill up, depending on how many we have. And from then, at that end one, or even all 3 of them, we can have spigots attached to the base of them to run drip lines across or even under the soil that the geologists will put down. So they'll collect rainwater over long term. Water will come through the gutter, down the downspout. And the way you described it was these drip lines will be open on one end. It's as if you're taking a drinking straw and putting in a cup of water, putting your thumb on the top and then lifting it out. It creates a vacuum, right? The water doesn't come out the bottom. Yeah. Right, so your idea was to do that with the drip lines and create a seal on these tubs so that, one, light doesn't get to it, and because stale water that's still tends to collect muck and just things grow on it, it's nasty. So if we create that, that'll minimize the amount of growth of bacteria on the water. And then, no matter how much water is in there, the pressure behind it is not forcing water out at a constant rate. It's just slowly dripping and oozing out the drip lines that winds its way through the area. Let's ignore this.
And then once the water gets saturated, it will stop dripping.
It'll stop.
It won't
because
drip.
It can't take any more. Right, so it'll just stay in those drip lines until it starts to dry out.
What's a problem that we run into?
Amount of barrels, where to buy the barrels, cost, efficiencies.
Completely sealing off the barrels to prevent bacteria growth from the top scale.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's going to be difficult. They'll have to be airtight.
Yeah. So.
Well, it will be airtight because the force of it trying to pull out is going to actually suck the water to
a vacuum.
Yeah. So it should be. In theory, it should be. This barrel, it won't be as airtight as these, but as it distributes, these are going to be more.
Big barrel, little hose, and any algae gets in, then it's going to stop it up, and you'll have to take it all apart. So.
You're right. Yeah. But we could probably make an easy seal system to like that, almost like we could almost like just detach that real quick, close it up, drain it or whatever, drain it to wherever we needed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the way that roof is set up, it actually has a drain system. It's gonna, that drain. There's a drain system that actually runs the perimeter of when it gets too much water.
Yeah.
It would be really cool if we could have like something, like when you like sometimes like tea, like what you make tea with, and it has like a handle, like a pump, and it's got like a strainer on it, and you just pump through. It would either have to be manual, or if you made it electric.
What is this doing again?
This is preventing growth of algae.
Oh, okay. So kind of like a strainer that will.
Kind of, but like one that you can.
Oh, one that's already in there.
Yeah.
So then, if any pond scum collects on it, you just lift it out, get rid of the scum, put it back in there, seal it again.
It's like basically.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That actually.
Something to give the algae something to grow on instead of the outside of the barrel.
It could be like perforated, and it could just be like literally like a bowl that's perforated.
Right. Yeah.
With like a rod.
That's actually a good idea that we can implement if it turns out that.
Because
there's a high or even a
really
small rate of growth in those barrels.
Just clean it all out, but
Yeah,
this way
that
it's
would
like
be terrible.
easy.
Yeah, that's a good, efficient way of doing things. And
Almost done.
Almost done. Okay. Just a note: these barrels are not to scale. I just made another one. These are actually all going to be the same size. And where these parts right here and over here disperse the water is, again, it could be at the top, it could be at the bottom. That's to be determined as of right now.
And what we have figured out so far is that this pipe will run down, feed that. This barrel will feed these 3 barrels water, and these lines right here, these 3 ends right here will actually be open, causing a vacuum and stopping the water.